By 15 months, most boys seem to like playing with cars and machines, while most girls seem to prefer playing with dolls and so-called girly toys. But is this down to our genetic makeup, or is it learnt behaviour? To find out who's boss in the nature versus nurture debate, I've come to Cambridge to conduct a little experiment that puts the nurture argument to the test. Volunteers are each given a toddler to look after. They think they're taking part in an experiment to see how babies react to strangers.
Now, what our contributors don't know is that they are actually our guinea pigs today and not the babies.
How will the adults react when presented with a boy?
Hello, Caleb. But we've got some toys to play with if you want to play with some toys. Or maybe you want to play with a truck.
Okay, so questions just picked up. The red fire truck.
Some toys until...
But what our volunteer doesn't know is that Caleb isn't a boy. She's really a little girl called Kaylee.
Making look just like a boy. A boy.
You want to play with the helicopter? Yeah, you want to play with the helicopter. Do you want the truck as well?
The helicopter's a hit, regardless of the fact that Kaylee's a girl.
In fact, when presented with a toddler, all our contributors opted for the gender stereotype toy. James, dressed as a girl, clearly makes his feelings known, but our guinea pig keeps on trying. And it's not just our guinea pigs, because almost all adults will give boys toys like trucks and tank engines to play with, and will give girls nice pink fluffy toys to play with. And apparently it's the boys that have the hardest time of it, because adults are much more keen to discourage boys from playing with dolls than they are to discourage girls from playing with cars. What this experiment shows is how likely adults are to gender stereotype, and therefore how easily they can influence our children. But just because adults influence children doesn't necessarily mean that nature doesn't play a role. I've come to Woburn Safari Park to illustrate a controversial experiment that still raises eyebrows many years after it was first carried out. Its creator was Dr. Melissa Hines.
Some years ago, I wanted to find out if I could find a group of children who hadn't been socialized to choose different toys, and see if they still gravitated towards toys that were for their own sex. And try as I might, I couldn't find such children.
So Dr. Hines had a radical thought. Why not experiment with monkeys? They obviously don't normally play with toy cars and dolls, so any toy preferences can't be down to the influences of human society. Keeper Laura helps us illustrate Melissa's experiment by setting out the toys for our unsuspecting monkey audience. And it's not long before the nature argument appears to kick in.
Who's that on the helicopter now, Laura?
That's Frank.
Excellent. And now he's chewing it.
That's probably Jaffa, because he's the oldest baby.
Well, Jaffa
And he'd be the one straight for
the yellow truck.
Incredibly, despite the small sample size, the monkeys seem to show a gender preference for the toys.
Who's that there now?
That's Blondie.
Blondie's a girl, I take it.
She is. Yeah.
Blondie
fairly-
walked straight past the truck. Although this is just an illustration, what we've seen closely matches what Dr. Hines discovered.
On the average, the male animals spent more time with the boys' toys than the female animals did, and the female animals spent more time with the girls' toys than the male animals did.
As if to prove the point, whilst our backs are turned, there's been a bit of monkey business.
Pink baby out of the bag. Pink baby monkey.
True to form, Gara has gone for a girly toy.
Where did she get the toys out
But
of?
they were in the bag.
That is
still.
so incredible.
Let's look.
This is amazing, right? We're focusing on all these monkeys, but behind the truck we left a bag of unused toys. Gara, a female macaque, went into the bag, rummaged around, and stole this pink cuddly monkey toy and ran up the tree with it. That is so cute.
That was brilliant. Now, here's my question, though. I can understand why girl monkeys are going to want to play with dolls and the like, but what is it about things like helicopters, trucks, cars that is so attractive to boy monkeys?
Yeah, good question. Well, if this is part of our evolutionary heritage, then all this would have started before there were any vehicles around,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
So what scientists think it's down to is that males are attracted to things with moving parts, like mechanical objects, and that they're attracted to motion, basically. And that's why you saw the monkeys there spinning the wheels.
Yeah. But where are we then with the kind of nature-nurture debate? I mean, is there a conclusive evidence either way?
Well, the classic scientific view was nurture. It plays a
Right.
huge part on your preferences like we saw in the film. But more recent research has shown that nature plays just as big a role. So I'm sorry to sit on the fence with this, but it actually is a very big combination of the two.
That's okay. I mean, that kind of makes sense, I think.